Keep irrelevant customers at bay. A successful campaign doesn't number 1 EFT simply bring in more traffic, it means more relevant traffic. That brings in more sales, and less unqualified traffic eating into your advertising budget. 7. Create compelling landing pages. You shouldn't number 1 EFT direct every customer to your homepage, unless it number 1 EFS the only page. You number 1 EF they got which ISN number 1 EFTA good idea for an online business. Every ad should have a congruent landing page. If you number 1 EF re-offering deals on shoes, land your potential customers on a web page that shows shoes, not on your homepage where they number 1 EF LL need to figure out how to get to the page with shoes. If you number 1 EF re-offering a discount on a particular item, your ad should take customers to a page where they can buy that item. 8. Track your conversions. It number 1 EFS essential to analyze keywords and ads that bring you a high return on investment ROI and those that don't number 1 EFT. Tracking your conversions will not only help you manage your ads and keywords properly, you number 1 EFLL also be able to make necessary changes to optimize your campaigns accordingly. 9. Customize your AdWords settings before you get started. What would you prefer? A number 1 F2. One size fits all number 1 F3 hat or a hat that actually fits your head. The same goes for AdWords as well. You can't number 1 EFT run everything on default mode and expect brilliant results. You need to set up the following settings in your AdWords, and quickly. 8. Search versus display. Search and display are different types of advertising networks, which need different sets of keywords, ads, and landing pages to be effective. You should set up different campaigns to target these 2 different kinds of networks. B. Device. Bids. If your website is not mobile friendly, you don't number 1 EFT need to invest in mobile device advertising campaigns. However, if you have a responsive website, one that can adjust automatically to fit any device, you should definitely consider spending money on mobile specific advertisements. C. Keyword match types. There are 3 main keyword match types: broad, phrase, and exact. The default match type is set to number 1 F2 broad, number 1 F3. As a result, Google will show your ad whenever a matching keyword or phrase is used. This match type has a higher chance of driving irrelevant traffic, which also increases your website number 1 EFS bounce rate. D. Negative keywords. These are a great way to block phrases that Google would otherwise use to show your ads. Negative keywords are what differentiate number 1 F2 designer women number 1 EFS shoes number 1 F3 or number 1 F2 cheap women number 1 EFS shoes number 1 F3 from the number 1 F2 women number 1 EFS shoes number 1 F3 you sell on your site. Adding negative keywords saves you from unwanted traffic and less ROI. 10. Optimize your campaigns. Nothing is perfect from the very beginning, and your AdWords campaigns will likely be no exception, even with careful planning. To make sure your campaigns are proving to be beneficial, you should monitor 3 important factors. Keyword bids. The moment your website starts generating clicks and sales for you, you should think about optimizing your bids. You may want to raise your bids if your keywords are bringing you good sales but not a higher ranking. On the other hand, if the keywords are not generating profits, you number 1 EFLL need to lower the bids or use other keywords altogether. Click through rate center. Your website number 1 EFS quality score, which is determined by Google, depends directly on your ad number 1 EFS center. You need to test different ad campaigns to know which ones bring you the most clicks. Landing page conversion rate. Remember, your landing page should offer what you promised in the ad, or the customer is likely to leave your website. Test different versions of landing pages to know which version suits your campaign the best. Conclusion. With these 10 tips in mind, You number 1 EFLL be able to boost the productivity and efficiency of your AdWords campaigns. Remember, a good campaign is one that is built around all 10 of these powerful ingredients. Good luck, and have a successful business. Chapter 4. Google AdWords mistakes to be avoided. If. Chapter 4. Google AdWords mistakes to be avoided. If you're just getting started or are thinking about running a campaign, AdWords can be a little overwhelming. Partially because AdWords itself is huge, and every misstep often means wasted ad dollars and a lower ROI. That's Chapter 4. Google AdWords mistakes to be avoided. If you're just getting started or are thinking about running a campaign, AdWords can be a little overwhelming. Partially because AdWords itself is huge, and every misstep often means wasted ad dollars and a lower ROI. That's why we number 1 EFB track down the 10 biggest AdWords mistakes beginners make to help you get started. AdWords mistake number 1: focusing on the wrong keywords. Everyone thinks that the keywords that have high search volume are the best ones. When building out a campaign, you should first start off with very targeted keywords. This really important if you have a limited budget, as the broad keywords can eat up your budget fast and provide little to no conversions. Use the AdWords Keyword Planner to help get ideas and search volumes for targeted long tail keywords. AdWords mistake number 2: just sitting on accounts. Usually, the biggest mistake is that people not doing work and just sitting on accounts. Less than 1% of accounts get worked on even once per week. It number 1 EFS not just the confused small business owners that aren't number 1 EFT doing much. Even expert PPC account managers often struggle to make the time to do account work if they number 1 EF re-managing multiple clients, etc. So, the solution is to adopt a workflow wherein you can quickly figure out what needs to be tweaked every week in a way that doesn't number 1 EFT take too much time. AdWords mistake number 3: setting it and forgetting it. Running ads is a constant game of optimization. There's always new opportunities to pursue for growth, so don't let it just sit there. Key takeaway: A/B testing ISN number 1 EFT only for experts. If you want to get the most out of your AdWords campaigns, remember to test things like ad copy, bid price, and landing pages. AdWords mistake number 4: not having a dedicated landing page. One of the biggest mistakes that AdWords beginners make is driving paid traffic to their homepage. Your homepage is great for explaining what your business is about, but it number 1 EFS never going to be as effective as a dedicated landing page at getting conversions. Each of your campaigns needs to have a specific campaign objective in mind before you set it up. Having a landing page dedicated to that objective is a huge part of maximizing the return you'll see from your ad investment. Key takeaway: customizing your landing pages to match your campaign objectives in one of the best ways to maximize conversion rates. One strategy that can be used to do this is to match your ad keywords with your landing page headline. This can be done by creating multiple landing pages for each ad group and keyword. AdWords mistake number 5: loosely bunched keywords. Most businesses just starting out with AdWords create one campaign and one ad group with lots of loosely related keywords. This type of structure does not allow for ads that are specific enough to your keywords, resulting in low quality scores. When you have low quality keywords, AdWords penalizes you and you have to pay more for each click, wasting your marketing dollars. Creating separate campaigns are key to managing your budget. Budgets are set at the campaign level and you should use different budgets for your most important keywords and lower priority test campaigns. Key takeaway: create separate campaigns for your different keyword sets, as well as to run test campaigns. It will keep your quality score up and reduce your total cost per click amount. AdWords mistake number 6: not bidding on your brand. To help drive conversions, you should be bidding on your brand. When you're bidding on your brand, you are promoting your business and you are preventing competitors from bidding on it and poaching your customers. While there are valid reasons for not bidding on your brand, for example, you may be ranking number 1 organically, you're limited by budget and/or the search volume for your brand is low. However, suggested bids for brands are generally low, and depending how many searches are made on your brand each month, you could be missing out on potential conversions and sales. In addition, bidding on your brand will help you to dominate page 1 of the Google SERPs, which is great for building brand awareness and reputation. Key takeaway: Number 1 EFT, make it easy for your competitors to poach your customers. Not bidding on your brand keywords is the easiest way to lose high-value return customers to another business. Bidding on brand keywords is also one of the only times you, Number 1 EFLLB, able to achieve a quality score of 9 or 10, which can help raise the overall ad score of your AdWords account. AdWords mistake number 7: not paying attention to your landing page experience. It's taken as a given that paid search traffic will convert and the on-site experience is not given full consideration. Paid search won't fix a bad landing page or a high-friction shopping cart experience. Number 1 EFT, try and reinvent the wheel. Start with a high-converting landing page template and add your content from there. Beginning from a base of landing page best practices goes a long way to help optimize your landing page experience. AdWords mistake number 8: lack of proper tracking and attribution. A common mistake that beginners make with PPC is the lack of proper tracking and attribution. Newbies are so excited to drive additional traffic to their site that they don't set a strong foundation for tracking conversions. This will completely hinder their ability to gauge the success of their campaigns. Folks need to get tracking set up properly everywhere, including AdWords, Bing, Google Analytics, and any other platform, before paying for a single click. Set up conversion tracking or direct your AdWords traffic to dedicated purchase pages that allow you to track how much revenue is being generated by each of your AdWords campaigns. AdWords mistake number 9: tackling too many keywords at once. The most critical mistake people make is tackling too many keywords at once. When this happens, no keywords have good impression share and you're most likely showing up for searches that would be better off excluded. You will be a lot more successful when you target a few high-intent keywords and get those keywords to 100% impression share. Really nurture those keywords with negatives, and then you'll see what keywords and search terms are profitable. From there, follow the same pattern and test more keywords to get more results. AdWords mistake number 10: not having clear goals set. If you don't know exactly what you want, then no decision in AdWords can be correct or incorrect. You first need to determine exactly what you want. Number 1 EF, re-advertising to accomplish before doing anything else within a PPC account. Unfortunately, many companies skip this step and just start spending money and hoping for results. The problem is, since they don't have a goal, their results never live up to their expectations and they get paralyzed as to what should be their next move. Always set your goals first and make decisions towards those goals. It's okay to change or refine your goals, but always know what you want to accomplish, and then your AdWords decisions become quite easy as you just look to your goals to determine what to do. Conclusion: there's no secret to being successful with AdWords, but there are a number of tips and tricks that can help you optimize your campaigns to maximize your chances of success. Start with clear set goals and make a point to regularly check your campaigns and constantly look for places to make improvements. Be hyper specific with your keywords and pay attention to where you're driving your traffic. Remember, where you lead your traffic is equally, if not more important than the bait you use to bring them there. If in doubt, A/B test your keywords and landing pages and you take a look At your drop-off points. In your funnel, since you'll be tracking your conversions. Right.